Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to dive into a classic fable, and trust me, it's going to seriously level up your English vocabulary. We're talking about the story of the fox and the grapes.
So let me ask you something. Have you ever wanted something, really wanted something, but you just couldn't get it? You know that feeling? That frustration? Well, that is exactly what our story is all about today. Okay, so let's just jump right into the story itself. It's actually pretty short, but wow, is it packed with meaning?
All right, so our story kicks off with this hungry fox, right? And he spots what he thinks is the ultimate prize, a beautiful bunch of ripe grapes. Just that one line, it perfectly sets the stage. We know exactly what he wants.
And the description here, it really paints a picture, doesn't it? The grapes seemed ready to burst with juice. You can almost taste them. And the fox, he doesn't just look at them. No, he gazed longingly. You can just feel how completely captivated he is.
So what does he do? Of course, he tries to get them. He's leaping again and again, giving it everything he's got. But listen to this key phrase, in vain. That's such a great expression. We're definitely going to come back to that one later, so keep it in mind.
And then he fails. And just like that, his whole attitude does a complete 180. You know those beautiful ripe grapes he was just dying for? Suddenly they're just a bunch of sour grapes. It's such a classic move, right? A little bit of denial to protect his ego.
And that's it. He gives up. But here's the thing. He doesn't just walk away feeling bummed out or disappointed. Nope. He walks off very, very scornfully. This is more than just sadness, you know? It's like he's putting on a show, a performance of contempt, all to save face.
Okay, so that's the story. But like with any great fable, the real magic, the real power is in the moral. So let's dig into the lesson this simple little story is trying to teach us.
And this, right here, this is the heart of it all. It's this idea that people will pretend to hate something they can't have. You know, from a psychology standpoint, it's all about something called cognitive dissonance. That's that really uncomfortable feeling you get when reality doesn't match what you believe. The fox believed he could get the grapes. He failed. So to make himself feel better, what does he do? He changes his belief. Oh, those grapes were probably sour anyway. He puts them down just to protect his own pride. And that, my friends, gives us the famous idiom, sour grapes. I'm sure you've seen this in real life. Think about it. Maybe a coworker doesn't get a promotion they wanted, and then they start saying things like, I'm actually glad I didn't get it. That job would have been way too stressful anyway. That is a perfect textbook example of sour grapes.
You know, a big reason this story has stuck around for so long is the language. It's so vivid. So let's break down a few of the key words that really make this whole thing come to life.
First up, the word ripe. This is such a great word. It's so important because it's not just any grapes, they're ripe. They're at their absolute best, sweet, juicy, perfect. That's what makes the fox want them so badly. We totally get it.
Next up, gaze. Now this isn't the same as just looking at something. When you gaze, you're looking steadily, with real intensity, maybe with a bit of longing. It's a way more powerful, more emotional word. It tells you everything about how that fox is feeling in that moment. And then we have leap. Again, he's not just doing a little hop. A leap is a big, powerful, energetic jump. Choosing that word really shows you just how much effort he was putting in. He was really going for it. And here's where it all changes. Disgust. It's a total flip. One second he's full of desire, and the second he realizes he can't have them, it turns into disgust. What a powerful word to show that complete change of heart.
And finally, he walks away scornfully. This is such a great adverb because it tells us exactly how he walked away. He's full of contempt, acting like those grapes are totally beneath him. It's his big, dramatic finale, his last-ditch effort to save face.
All right, so we've looked at some awesome individual words, but there was one key phrase in this story that is just so useful in everyday English. You heard it when we were talking about the fox trying over and over again.
And that key expression is
In vain. It's a really simple but kind of elegant way of saying that you tried to do something, you gave it your all, but it didn't work. You failed. All that effort was for nothing.
Let's put it back in the context of our story. Again and again he tried, but in vain. See how clean that is? It's just a really concise, almost beautiful way of saying that all those powerful leaps, all that effort, in the end, it was all for nothing.
Okay,
So, we've gone through the story, we've unpacked the moral, and we've got some great new language. Now, it's your turn. It's time to actually use this stuff so it really sticks.
So here's a little challenge for you, just for fun. Pick a couple of your favorite words or phrases we talked about today, maybe gaze, or scornfully, or of course, in vain. And just try to write 2 sentences using them. I'm telling you, it's the absolute best way to lock them into your memory. And I want to leave you with one last question to think about. When was the last time you saw a sour grapes moment play out in real life? Maybe it was you. Maybe it was someone else. We've all seen it happen. If you've got a good story, feel free to share it down below. I'd seriously love to read them. Anyway, thanks so much for joining me for this one, and I'll catch you in the next one.